We have a large storm brewing. It's coming our way. Very cool clouds. A little scary. So we brought PJ in. I will show a couple clips of what we've been through with PJ this week. In these clips, we had the vet come out and assess this boy because he went off his feed. He would eat a little bit of grain out of my hands and some chopped hay, but it wasn't very much. We knew when bringing an older horse to the barn that you never know what the horse has to deal with. And when you rescue a horse from said situation, you're not always told the whole truth. You're not always told exactly what has happened in this horse's history. This horse has a little bit more history than we realized. Judging by his teeth, we knew he was older. But getting in his mouth, he's probably going towards 30 years old.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what's going on right now. Good boy. At least we know. He just breathing is starting to calm down. He does. He likes
more gray hairs at this point, right? Fine. I'm gonna say, my patients and my children. How many kids?
my mom has 3.
8 and 10, all 5. So, okay. Today was the first day home with the neighbor girl. Oh, fine. So, she's.
PJ had some issues with sedation. And he had a reaction to the sedation where he started shaking really bad. Maybe his heart couldn't handle it. When the vet got in his mouth and was able to look in there, he doesn't have any back teeth. He has a fractured tooth. Hello, my friends. Right here, I have to add audio. The sound was lost at this point. PJ has a fractured tooth and an ulcer on the side of his mouth, usually from teeth rubbing. She tried to get the drill in there to fix the fracture and smooth his teeth down, but PJ, although under heavy sedation, was able to rear back, break the rope, scrapping the whole process. It took a couple days for PJ to start feeling better. He decided to start eating again on his own. We started with only Purina Senior grain. The vet suggested Purina Senior if horses won't eat. We started PJ on little mashes a few times a day, and he began to eat chopped alfalfa, hay again. Then PJ began to beg for more food. I began to add a scoop of beets and alfalfa Timothy pellets. Now he's back to eating a bucket of food 4 times a day. I wanted to tell you the story of what happened to him last week. I will put in a clip of some of his vet visit that he had. Early last week, he began to stop eating, and he became very lethargic, and he just would stand there, and he just looked like he wasn't feeling good. I always like to have this. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's kind of like a horse aspirin that you can give to them. So I gave him, it's a big syringe, and you give him a dose of it. And it helps them feel better, and if they're having a little colic problems or anything, that can help with that too. He wasn't really having any colic symptoms per se. He just wasn't acting right. So I talked to Gracie, and she called a bunch of vets for me because it's hard to get a vet out here. And we finally got one to come out. And she tried to assess his teeth. He wanted to know what was really going on in this mouth of his. And he didn't do very well with that. He didn't fare very well on the sedation. part of the clip is him trying to have a speculum put in his mouth, and he just didn't do very well with it. But she was able to get in there and kind of look, and like we knew, he doesn't have any back teeth. He has one in the back that's fractured, and he did have an ulcer, but since he couldn't handle the sedation and the actual dentistry, there's nothing much we can do about that. Plus, he's probably heading towards 30, or he's in his 30s. So he's a wise old man. But she talked to his prior owners, and they said he had an episode kind of like this 3 years ago, and they gave him a shot of Banamine, and he came out of it in a couple days, and he was fine. Maybe he just has these little old age episodes, and we just get him through it. As you can tell, he's back to his old self. He's whinnying for his food. And I also wanted to do a healing on him, because they're really fun, and he seems to like them, so they all seem to like it. I'll do a little talking through this. Sometimes I'll get kind of quiet. But basically, I get my space. And I call in horse healing guides and angels. Come into my hands and heal, and cleanse, and release, and bless. This can be called like a car wash. And basically we're just pulling and brushing all of the old energy out. And helping all the bodies release and cleanse and bless. And then sometimes I'll touch. Sometimes messages will come through. Messages of what's hindering a path of whatever's being healed, person, place, or thing. I get in him that he was a steeplechaser. Steeplechase horse, usually in like England, and they do racing and they jump over hedges. And I get the name Promise. Promissory note. I see a letter, so promissory letter, promissory note. So I'll have to look that up and see if there was, doesn't necessarily have to be famous, Let's see if there's any steeplechase horses out there with the word promise in their name. So what do you do on this side? Over. Over. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy. Now, it's going to help run Earth energy and universal energy. Earth energy, universal energy. And we're going to do big gold sun, big healing energy, healing, warm light universe. Come down and heal this bull.
Baby, why did you leave me? Why did you leave me behind? I don't know where.
I do get that he likes it here, which is great. I'm glad you like it here.
Baby, you were so gentle.
He misses
Honey,
maybe his mom,
was so kind.
or they call it a dam.
I'm not sure where you're sleeping, but
Maybe he
you're
misses his childhood. That's okay, I know a long time ago. Yeah, a long time ago.
I said when you left me,
Maybe he misses babies.
oh darling,
Be around young horses and teach them how to behave. That'll probably
it did burn,
be a good thing for him.
but I'm sitting here
Now,
by the
he
window.
comes in when it rains. He goes out when it's nice. He stays in the round pen.
On your return,
We are looking at getting some more fencing and possibly putting him in one of the paddocks
so everything
and making another pen for Ranger to go into
where you laying
so
down.
he can be by Miles. And since Ranger's smaller, we can make another pin for him, and it's called a shelter logic. That's kind of the project, one of the projects that we're looking into for the ranch really soon. So, this is good feeling. Is that fun? Like a boy. For being such a good boy,
Baby, why did you leave me?
yeah, is it good?
Why did you leave me behind? I'm not sure where you landed tonight now, baby, but I tell you, you're resting on my mind. On my mind.
We have some pretty good grass out here. All this is grass. I would love to fence it all in so we could let horses graze this. So we have some projects. As you can see, it is wild out here right now. The rain has just made everything grow. Really great though, and green. I'll put a snippet in of my next door neighbor came over and mowed our pasture. And he's gonna bale up our hay out there, alfalfa hay, and take care of it for us. So that's amazing. The construction site is booming, but hasn't been terribly loud. We have complained a couple times because they left a couple trucks beeping for hours. Till finally I was like, we gotta call them and tell them because that's driving me crazy. So they've been kind of careful about their noise, because we told them that it was driving our animals crazy and us too. We just had a big storm come through. It wasn't terrible. Not like the storm that I showed you before I did the update on PJ. And as you can hear his squeaky little gums. The vet did a blood panel on him and it was okay. She said it was a little wonky and maybe his liver enzymes were not the best. And with the old horse, we're just gonna hang out with him and just keep him going. Just know that each day is a blessing. And he's a real fun guy. So he goes between the stall, and then we put him in this stall or we put him in the round pen, depending on what we're doing for the day. And then the pony comes into the little pen too. So we do plan, I would love to put some fencing in here so we could get this grazed down and the side of the barn. And I would love a little pen right here too that we could put. So we're looking into that soon. Look on your phone at the weather and see if you have a tornado warning or anything.
Smart for once he's in the shed.
Here is our start of our garden. So we have zucchini, jalapeno pepper, lettuce. There's a perennial that we started from last year. It came back, so that's good. Sage. Some flowers. I still need to get some like marigolds and stuff like that. Here's kitty cat. She is loving playing in the rose. Oh, and it's getting some buds on it this year. Let's see if we can see. There they are. Wow. It really didn't bud last year, so for 2 years it wasn't really taken care of. So, and it has a whole bunch of buds. That's exciting. We have some iris, sage. Here is oregano, rosemary, and I'll make this whole thing full of cucumbers. So we have a start. We're gonna try to get some color in here. Maybe some poppy, maybe some geranium, and maybe some perennials. I also have some succulents I'm gonna put back in here, and then in the winter I'm gonna bring them in the barn. I left them out here and they didn't do very well, so. He's doing fine. Horses are in. It's supposed to be a major thunderstorm, so we don't take those lightly around here because they can go either way. We can have a little sprinkle, or we can have tornado-like weather. So let's go to the other side. See what's going on over there. Really love clouds. So. Give. Good boy, come here. Come here. Good boy. Give. 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 Good boy. Give. 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 Good boy.
Some folks measure their success by the labels in their suits. Some folks let their family ties choke them like a noose. But not me, my friend. No, not me, my friend. No, no, not me. Not me. We all got to die, and when it's my time, I'm gonna die living. Die living. So give me wings in a guitar case. Show me to the stage. Let me loose and I will play, I will. But hold me back or tie me down. Trap me under a golden crown and watch me blow this nothing down. I will die living. Die living. Some folks argue politics till it drives them mad. Some folks let their problems shine, wear them like a badge. But not me, my friend. No, not me, my friend. No, no, not me. Not me. We all got to die, and when it's my time, I'm gonna die living. Die living. So put me on a jet airplane and take me to a foreign place and fall in love with a stranger's face. I will. Show me something I ain't seen. Take me someplace I ain't been. I got my music and my old six string, and I will die living. Die living.